Hello, Feuzion. My name is Alex Feuzion, host of Feuzion News. Today is March 27th, 2018, and we have another big show for you right now. I am on the phone with Chris Shearn from the Yes Network. Chris, unfortunate news coming out of the New York Yankee organization yesterday about the unfortunate injury to Greg Bird. He had surgery today, went successful to remove the bone spur. What's next for Greg Bird?
Well, what's next for him is 6 to 8 weeks of recovery, and hopefully that goes well, Alex. It's just an unfortunate incident, as you said. This guy, I tweeted out today, if he didn't have bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. A lot of Yankee fans want to give up on him, but he's 25 years old, and he has one of the sweetest swings that I've seen in quite some time. And talking to guys like Kenny Singleton and David Cohn, they say this guy could hit 40 home runs if he plays an entire season. And I know that if he plays an entire season, phrase that hasn't happened yet, but, it's not his fault. Mm-hmm. It's not like he wants to get injured. Listen, based on what he did last year, Alex, and how his character was questioned by someone in the front office, and then the way he came back and he hit the big home run off of Andrew Miller, I would say that Greg Bird, after the successful surgery today, is going to go through his 6 to 8 weeks of getting better, getting back on his feet, going through rehab, and then going through a couple of rehab assignments with the minor leagues. He's going to get back. He's going to be up at the big club again, hopefully, and he'll be making an impact like he did down the stretch last season, and especially in the playoffs. So all the best to him and a speedy recovery, but hopefully we're going to get to see the sky, which is the limit, according to all these experts, with this guy, Greg Bird. It's just unfortunate that it happened, but hopefully he has a full recovery and he's back and he's swinging away again with the Yankees, hopefully by June.
This injury to Greg Bird just shows how important the signing for Neil Walker was to the Yankee team. So how do you feel like Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman are going to deal with the first base situation come opening day in just 2 days?
I think they're going to deal with it with Walker. He'll be your first baseman. Tyler Austin will probably be the backup. And Tyler Austin's another guy who, he knows a thing or two about getting bit by the injury bug. So This is a great opportunity for Austin to come up and show what he can do at the major league level. He's going to have 2 months, maybe 3, up with the big club. We were talking about this last year with Clint Frazier and how he was hitting the cover off the ball, had a great experience up with the big club, but Jacoby Ellsbury was coming back from injury, so what was going to happen to Clint Frazier? Well, right before Ellsbury was going to come back to the big club, Aaron Hicks got hurt, Clint Frazier didn't go anywhere. So, who knows what's going to happen in 6 to 8 weeks? Who knows where the Yankees will be? They might even make a move for a first baseman. We don't know. I don't think they will. That's just my gut. It's not like I have any inside source that's telling me anything. I think with the lineup they have, Alex, they really don't have to worry about first base. And Neil Walker is a professional hitter, so I think, he worked there in spring training, and I think the Yankees will be fine for now at that position.
Let's switch gears and talk to the Yankee bullpen. I know the bullpen in baseball today is one of the most important things to a baseball team. You look at Dellin Betances. He had a okay start to the season. Then he started to struggle mid-August, creating a lot of stress for Yankee fans. How important is Dellin Betances to this Yankee team?
He's just as important as 1 through 7 in the bullpen. But especially him, you bring up a great point. He really has to bounce back and be consistent all season long. Now, every pitcher is going to have a hiccup here and there, peaks and valleys, but his peaks have to outweigh his valleys big time this year. I mean, he did slump in September. It was weird the way all that happened because we remember the arbitration case with him, and at the beginning of the season, after that contentious arbitration, he came back and pitched lights out. So you would hope that he turns things around this year. Had a good camp. You're just working on things down there. It's spring, as I hear all the time. So even if he gives up some big hits here and there, or walks batters here and there, he's getting his work in. I expect, another gut feeling. I just expect Dellin Betances to have a turnaround year, a big turnaround year this year, and it's all about his delivery, his height, his release point. Joe Girardi and I talked about this on the Joe Girardi show last year. We had a discussion about pitching and height and how everything has to be right all the time, and if one little morsel of your mechanics is off, it's going to be exactly the way Dellin Betances went last year. So I know he's put a lot of work in the offseason, a lot of work in spring training with this. So I expect big things from him this year, and he is very important, Alex, to this Yankees bullpen.
Chris, you mentioned one guy in that response that I wasn't really going to ask you a question about, but I'm going to anyways. Joe Girardi. The Yankees decided it was a mutual agreement to not bring Joe Girardi back this season. You just talked about how you talked to him on the Joe Girardi show. Were you surprised when the Yankees decided that they weren't going to bring Joe Girardi back this upcoming season?
Well, I was and I wasn't, and I know that's kind of hedging your best answer there, but I'll explain. I was surprised because this is a guy who took a team that was supposed to be under 500 and got them to within one game of the World Series. So that's what surprised me, but it didn't surprise me because 10 years is a very long time to be the Yankees manager. It just is. And, if he and Brian Cashman, and I don't know if they were, but if they were clashing behind the scenes, and Brian Cashman was going to keep his job, I just don't think you could have that kind of relationship when you're trying to win baseball games where you need things to be run a certain way and you have a guy that doesn't want to do it that way and you kind of butt heads, and it's just not good as a trickle-down effect for the rest of the team. So I was surprised because, look, Joe Girardi can make chicken salad out of chicken you-know-what. He's proven to do that year in and year out. I mean, they had the 1 year, and I forget the years it happened, but it was I'm pretty sure it was 13 and then 14. It was the lineup and then the pitching. They dealt with a lot of injuries, but Joe Girardi kept the team afloat and kept them in contention until September. That says a lot about the man and the way the man manages. It might have rubbed some guys the wrong way, but one thing's for sure, Alex. Joe Girardi knows how to manage a baseball team, and he knows how to get the most. I mean, think about it as a toothpaste tube of talent, and Joe Girardi can squeeze every last morsel of toothpaste out of that tube.
And of course, you're working at Yes Network. I love that analysis, by the way. And you work for Yes Network. Was there any talk behind the scenes of bringing Joe Girardi back to the Yes Network this upcoming season?
I don't think there was, and leaving the team and then coming to work for basically the network that covers the team, I just don't think that was going to happen. And I think Joe on the MLB network is the perfect fit. He is a baseball fiend. I mean, this guy, he's just like Alex Rodriguez. The baseball IQ is off the chart. I mean, he can talk baseball. He's forgotten more baseball than I know. That old saying, he's got more baseball knowledge in his pinky than most of us. So him with the MLB network is the perfect fit. He can talk about every team, break down everything he sees. You're going to see when he's on the MLB network, he's going to be in his element, and he's going to provide them with great television.
Definitely. Last question before I wrap up this Fusion News interview. The Yankees got the most valuable player from the National League, Giancarlo Stanton, joining the team. A lot of Yankee fans are very excited for the upcoming season, and the expectation levels through the roof for this 2018 season. You have covered the Yankees for how many years now?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but 16.
Wow,
16 years I've been at Yes. So
that's amazing. So, do you have one favorite moment that sticks out to you most about being with the Yes Network for 16 years?
Oh, hands down, it was the 2009 season. They brought in Mark Teixeira, they brought in AJ Burnett, they brought in CC Sabathia. They went for it, and they got the World Series championship. I covered every game for YesNetwork.com. I was the talent for that. We did every Yankees playoff home game, and then in the World Series, we did every game in New York and in Philly. So that experience, being with the players, being on the field after they won it, to see Andy Pettitte every clinching game that season. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. And just being in the stadium and hearing the fans and seeing Hideki Matsui's ridiculous Game 6 and what he did. I think it was 7 RBI in that game. It was just amazing what he did in that series and what he did as a Yankee. Just a tremendous run. It was Jeter's last World Series championship. Alex Rodriguez's first and only World Series championship. There's just so many little nuances, little folds of skin, and being on the field after that game and, you know, seeing all of the players' girlfriend, like when Alex Rodriguez was dating, I can't remember, Goldie Hawn's daughter, I can't remember her name now, it's escaping me, I can see her face, Kate Hudson. When Kate Hudson walks right by you post-game of Game 6 of the World Series where the Yankees just clinch it against the Phillies, you kind of, you kind of pinch yourself and say, wow, I'm in this situation. I'm on the field right now interviewing players after they just won their the franchise's 27th World Championship. It just doesn't get any better than that. To grow up in New Jersey, to be a fan of the team my entire life, and to experience that moment with guys that I got really close to that year was a very special experience for me, and it's something I'll never forget for as long as I live.
Well, maybe we'll have 28 this season, right?
Well, you would hope so, Alex.
All right, Chris, I want to say thank you again for coming on my show today. And where can the Fuse Nation follow you on Twitter this upcoming Yankee season?
My Twitter handle is @Chris Shearn. Yes, I'm also Shearny17. It's my name with IE at the end of it, 17 on Instagram. So go ahead and follow me there. Follow me on Twitter. And I will do my best for all the Yankee fans out there this season. It's going to be a great year, and I want to have a great year as well.
Definitely. Thank you again, Chris, for coming on today. I greatly appreciate it.
Alex, my pleasure, pal. Anytime.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, Fuse Nation, yesterday from Chris Shearn from the Yes Network broadcast. He talked the upcoming Yankee season, what was his favorite moment covering the Yankee team for 16 years now, and possibly, maybe, just maybe, the 28th World Series champion, the New York Yankees, this upcoming season. 2 days away, Yankee fans. I know it's been a long offseason. I know a lot of you really want to get back and just enjoy a great baseball game, and I'm telling you, we will get a good baseball game Thursday at 3:35 against the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, Fuse Nation, thanks again for watching and listening, and I will be seeing you very soon. Thanks for watching.